Welcome to AWS Solution Architect Associate. So into this session, we'll be going to Module 14 knowledge check. So in order to complete this knowledge check, we need to score 70%. So let's start. So what are recovery point object RPO and recovery time object RTO? RPO is a maximum acceptable data loss measured in bytes. RTO is the average amount of time required to recover. RPO is a maximum acceptable data loss measured in time. RTO is the maximum acceptable time until recovery. RPO is maximum acceptable data loss measured in bytes. RTO is a maximum acceptable data loss measured in time. RPO is a target time until recovery. RTO is the average amount of time to recover. So I think the answer here should be RPO is the maximum acceptable data loss measured in time. RTO is the maximum acceptable time until recovery. Okay, so let's continue with question number 2. What can you do to quickly replicate or redeploy environment in disaster? Use AWS code build to deploy application container in a new virtual private cloud. Use AWS Ops Work to rebuild Amazon Relational Database Service. Use AWS Cloud Formation Template to deploy duplicate environment in the same region. Use AWS Elastic Beanstalk to deploy a new virtual private cloud and subnets in a different region. So I think your answer should be to use an AWS Cloud Formation Template to deploy duplicate environment in the same region. Let's submit. So this is correct. So a company store data in an Amazon Simple Storage Service, Amazon S3 bucket. Which solution provide the most efficient way to ensure that all new and existing objects and metadata are copied to another region for disaster recovery? Enable cross-region replication on bucket and copy existing objects into themselves. Use an AWS Lambda function to copy objects so that all object creates event trigger on the function. Create a workflow with AWS step function and AWS Lambda to synchronize the bucket. Copy existing object to target bucket and configure clients to write new file to both the bucket. So I think the correct answer should be enable cross-region replication on the bucket and copy existing objects into themselves. So let's continue with question number 4. Which strategy is the most efficient for Amazon Elastic Cloud Compute Cloud EC2 disaster recovery? Backup instances on regular schedule, store essential data of the instance and develop rapid rebuild process for cloud instance, compute instances, synchronize instances with standby instances or nearly a continuous basis, rebuild instances by using Amazon machine image from the AWS marketplace. So here the answer should be store essential data of the instance and develop rapid build process for cloud compute instances. Okay. So which service provide automatic failover between multiple endpoints if support of a geographical disaster recovery strategy? Amazon VPC, Amazon Direct Connect, Elastic Cloud Balancing, Amazon Route 53. So I think the answer should be Amazon Route 53 because it gives a geographic disaster recovery strategy. Okay. So which statement about the backup and restore disaster recovery pattern is true? Most cost effective but highest recovery time object. Most cost effective but highest recovery time point object. Lowest recovery time object but least cost effective. Lowest recovery point object PO but least cost effective. I think here the answer should be most cost effective but highest recovery point object. Okay, so the correct answer here, I think, so this is incorrect. Let's continue. It's okay. So what is the difference between the Pilot Lite and Warm Standby disaster recovery, dear patterns? Pilot Lite has a scaled down version of all infrastructure that runs until a disaster occurs. Warm Standby has a scaled down version of all infrastructure that runs until a disaster occurs. Warm Standby has a second fully functional set of infrastructure that runs all the time. Pilot Lite has minimal infrastructure that always runs. The rest does not run until a disaster occurs. With Warm Standby, all infrastructure run in sleep mode and is awakened when a disaster occurs. So I think here the answer should be Warm Standby, which has a scaled down version of all infrastructure that runs until a disaster occurs. And it will be the answer. The next will be Pilot Lite has minimal infrastructure that always runs. The rest does not run until a disaster occurs. Okay, let's continue. What does the multi-site disaster recovery pattern involve? Automatic failover to a second fully functional, constantly operational system that is in another site. The load is distributed across multiple geographically separated sites to reduce the impact of disaster. Backups are stored in different sites so that they are protected if a disaster occurs. Failover to another site that is not running until it is needed. So I think the answer should be automatic failover to a second fully functional, constantly operational system that is in another site. So let's submit. So this is correct. So A company requires a disaster recovery solution for business critical patterns that provides a recovery time object and recovery point object in minutes. However, they do not want to pay for more than what they need. Which DR pattern would they most likely need meet in this requirement? Backup and restore, pilot light, warm standby, and multi-site. So I think the answer should be warm standby. Correct. So let's continue with question number 10. What does AWS Storage Gateway enable you to do? Going to select 3. Use service message broker or network file system to connect to the Amazon Simple Storage Service. Give application in a virtual private cloud access to on-premise block storage volume. Transfer backup jobs from tape or virtual tape library system to the cloud. Connect to the Amazon S3 bucket through an application programming interface. Present second cloud-based internet small computer system interface. Block storage volumes to on-premise application. So I think here the answer should be the first option. Use server message block or network file system to connect to the Amazon Simple Storage Service. And also transfer backup jobs from tape or virtual tape library system to the cloud block. And the last option would be the present cloud-based instance small computer system interface block storage volume to on-premise application. So I think this should be correct answer. Okay, this is correct. Unfortunately, we did answer correctly one question and we scored 90%. We're able to solve 9 out of 10 questions. So if you know the correct answer for the wrong answer which we solved, so please add it in the comment section, and hope to see you in another guided lab or a challenge lab. Thank you.